She is the iconic American symbol of liberty and democracy, and Meredith Ann Al and I have made our way to her crown for a very special announcement as we come to you live from the Statue of Liberty today, Friday, May 8th, 2009.
From NBC News, this is a special edition of Today, live from the Statue of Liberty in New York City, with Matt Lauer and Meredith Vieira.
And good morning. Welcome to a very special edition of Today on this Friday morning. And take a look at this view.
What a thrill this is. You all remember that after the attacks on 9/11, the Statue of Liberty was closed for about 100 days. It reopened, and then shortly after that, the crown was closed once again. So very, very few people have been up in this crown in the past decade.
And that's why it's such an honor for us to all be here, and as a symbol of healing, be here and show you this beautiful symbol. And also, it's amazing that we can actually talk, given how breathless we are.
Exactly. We should head inside.
Right. Oh, my God.
A little bit better.
Little tied up. You know, I was born in New York. I came here on field trips as a kid.
Like a lot of kids.
It never affected me the way it affects me today, being up here.
Especially since it's being, since 9/11, this has been such a symbol for us. And as you said, to see us back in the crown just gives hope again.
I think it really does.
And you can't. We've been up here now a couple of times, and no matter what, you still get goosebumps, literally.
And winded.
Yeah.
And you get winded.
And you get cramps in your thighs. You've heard of the long and winding road. This is the long and winding staircase to get up here. We're going to talk about what it took to climb from the base there, you see it right there, all the way up to the crown, probably some 250 feet. She's 305 feet from...
1 inch.
Exactly, 1 inch up to the top of the torch. But we're going to have much more ahead from Liberty Island and then over on Ellis Island. Ken Salazar is the U.S. Secretary of the Interior. Mr. Secretary, what a pleasure to be in this location with you. It's nice to see you.
It's good to be here.
This location, for the most part, has been closed to the public ever since the attacks of 9/11, and you have a special announcement to make today, and why don't you make it?
I do, Matt. This Statue of Liberty really is about hope and optimism for America. It's also about jobs that come with tourism all over this country, and it's about President Obama's agenda. And so today we're announcing that on the 4th of July, we will open up the crown of the Statue of Liberty here in New York and New Jersey to the entire people of America in a way that will be able to manage the crowds to come into this place.
Let me ask you about the reasonings for your making the decision. It did boil down to you making the decision as Secretary of the Interior. If this area was closed for security reasons after 9/11, what's changed? Why is it more secure now?
We have conducted a very comprehensive life safety review for the statue itself and for the pedestal, and so there are improvements that are going to have to be put into place. We'll put some of those in place before we open it up on the 4th of July. We'll then go through a 2-year period where the crown will be opened up for the public. There'll be about 30 people an hour that can come up here. It'll be managed, and then following that, we're going to go through more major rehabilitation that ultimately will increase the number of people who can come up here to about 200,000 a year.
Let's talk about logistics. I mean, it's no secret. It's not easy to get to where we are right now.
Matt.
It is a very narrow spiral staircase with a rail you've got to hang on to. It's not for the claustrophobic. Are you concerned at all about crowds coming up here? I mean, there's one way up and one way down. How worried are you about that?
We are worried about it and know that we have to take precautions, and so there will be training downstairs before people come up to the pedestal, up to the crown, and in addition to that, there will be 2 layers of screening before people come up here. People will have to understand that there are some risks associated with coming this high up with this kind of limited space, and so there are risks that people will have to sign off. It's not going to be totally risk-free, but it's the same thing as in the Washington Monument. There's a way we can do it.
And thousands of people come out here to Liberty Island every single day. Not all of those people can make the trek up here. How will you decide which people have the privilege of getting to see this view?
We're going to do it in a fair way, so it'll be a lottery kind of approach so that everybody will have a chance to come up here. We don't want anybody, because of their position or their wealth, to have an advantage over anybody else. So it's going to be a very egalitarian program that we put together so that everybody has a chance to get up to the crown.
This is, as we mentioned, the iconic symbol of liberty and democracy to people all around the world. How do you think the experience of standing where we're standing this morning is going to impact people?
You know, Matt, I think we've been through some very tough times, and I think the economic times we're going through now really calls for hope and optimism, and there's nothing that symbolizes what America is and the hope and optimism than this Statue of Liberty. And so I think this is part of our whole agenda of a new beginning, of restoring confidence in the American people, in their government, and in our place in the world. So I'm very excited to be able to do that and to make the decision here today.
On a personal note, this is your second time up here. I know you were here just a few days after taking your current position. What does it feel like to you to stand here?
You know, it's awe-inspiring. It is something that is, sends goosebumps down my shoulder blades, down to my spine, just because it's such a wonderful place. It's an iconic symbol of America.
Before I let you go, your name has been floated around, Secretary Salazar, as a good nominee for the Supreme Court to fill the vacancy being left by David Souter. Are you interested in that job?
Matt, I love being the Secretary of Interior because I get to be the Secretary of the Department of America, and that's part of the reason that we're standing here in the Statue of Liberty today. I have a great job with President Barack Obama, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing every day.
Is that a no?
That's a no.
That's a no. I'll take you at your word. Mr. Secretary, thanks for giving us access today, and I know people all across the country are going to be absolutely blown away when they get a chance to stand where we're standing. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for being here. It's amazing. It's awesome.